don't need a high-end designer or a lot of money to get a luxe look. Be your own interior designer.
This is Affordable Interior Design, the podcast.
Here's your host, Betsy Helmuth.
All right, my first question comes from Bailey. Bailey is writing us from Arizona, and she says, "Hi, Betsy. Our new build in Florence, Arizona is about done, and I am so excited to start designing. I'm hoping to make our new home feel not so new. I love the organic, relaxed feel of the Spanish colonial design. Our home is an HOA, so I don't have much say as how to personalize it with arches and such. But we do have white stucco on the exterior. I'm wondering if you have any tips or tricks to achieve the relaxed, organic Spanish colonial vibe. I've attached a picture of the floor plan. I plan on starting with the study and the powder bath, where the walk-in pantry is in the picture. The study will be more used as a family room and reading nook for now. We appreciate you, Betsy." All right, Bailey, I am happy to answer your question, and this new home's floor plan looks pretty awesome. Well, one thing that I might mention is, Spanish colonial is definitely epitomized by stucco, by, a terracotta style roof. Also, it has a lot of wrought iron, but there are many, many ways to contemporize it and make it feel more fresh. One of those ways would be to incorporate muted jewel tones. It can be really nice to add a pop of color, but I think doing anything too primary and strong, like cherry red or royal blue, might be a little in your face and might feel like a different type of vibe. I would lean into that kind of aged, old world color scheme with those muted, worn jewel tones, but I would introduce some more contemporary patterns to give it that modern, or contemporary twist. I would think about, graphic patterns. I would think about stripes. That would really freshen it up. Another way to make Spanish colonial feel fresh is to incorporate other textures. Frankly, this works for any style because contrast is king when you're designing. So think about woven textures like maybe a jute rug or chunky baskets. Think about macrame in terms of bringing in a different type of fiber and maybe using it as a wall hanging rather than something really austere like a framed canvas. So I like the idea of maybe incorporating some hand-hewn items that feel old world but are something that we could use in a contemporary setting. I also love black and white. Black and white in a Spanish colonial space can not only play off the architecture in terms of that dark wrought iron metal with the white stucco, but it does it in a more playful, interchangeable way. So if I get tired of an X pattern, let's say, I can switch it out and do something more black and white Southwestern. I just think that there's lots of ways to contemporize it. But another thing that you might want to think about is doing like a seated glass in terms of maybe an entry fixture or pendant that has seated glass as well as the wrought iron. We want to be thinking about incorporating lots of different textures. And we also want to be thinking about incorporating some softness because stucco, wrought iron, oftentimes there's wooden beams. It can feel so cold, hard, uninviting. It can feel like a little sort of cave, right? And so softening that with drapes, with rugs, with those fabric wall hangings like a macrame or a tapestry, these are all ways that you can kind of make that hard-edged architecture more soft and inviting. And then, of course, I would definitely add plants because oftentimes these spaces are even devoid of a lot of wood in terms of they might have tile floor rather than hardwood floor. So bringing in elements of nature, kind of bringing that outside in, will help it to feel more contemporary and fresh as well. All right, Bailey, I'm so glad you wrote in, and good luck with your new house.
A big thank you to our amazing producer, Katherine Heller, to Aton and the MCR House Band, and to Affordable Interior Design, the sponsor of this podcast and the premier place to get an amazing look on a budget. Check out affordableinteriordesign.com. If you guys love the show, the very best way to support us is by spreading the word. Tell your friends or write us an awesome review on iTunes. So until next week, guys, thanks so much for joining us, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.